Hey, how you doing? Mark here. Hope you're doing okay today. I'm doing pretty good myself, actually. I've been away for a long time, so I thought maybe this would be a good introduction or a reintroduction to who I am, to why I'm even here, and how I can help you. Now, like I said, my name is Mark. Just call me my friend Mark or Pastor Mark. A lot of people call me Pastor Mark. I'm the former pastor of the Christabel Spiritualist Church in Cherry Valley, Illinois. I'm a medium or extra large, and that's a lot of why I'm here. Is I used to be the pastor of a church, and I loved being the pastor of a church. But then there's certain things that happen. Sometimes you'll have people who are not afraid to sink the whole ship if they cannot be captain, and unfortunately, that's what happened in that case. So now I've kind of moved on from that situation. I left that church. I'm a ULC reverend, so I am still ordained. I'm still a minister, and still have people call me Pastor Mark. Cracks me up, but I love it. I kind of do. And I used to be, I'm going to word it that way, I used to be a professional medium. I used to do readings for people and get paid for it. That was my career for a long time, for almost 20 years. And when I became a pastor, it really changed my perspective. I'll put it that way. I love helping people. I love helping people with and without a physical body. I love helping everyone. And I found that doing it professionally kind of got in the way of that for me. There's a lot of reasons. I mean, one of the things that as a professional reader you have to understand, especially if you're legitimate, is the amount of pressure that you're under. You're constantly under pressure to over deliver every time you're communicating for someone. And between that and the fact that you really have to know how to market yourself. You really have to know how to sell yourself. You spend most of your time going, you know what? Let me tell you how great I am. Oh my God, I am so awesome. You wouldn't believe how good I am. I can give you more information. I can give you better information. Oh yeah, by the way, here's your information. Okay, yeah. Now that that's over, let me talk about me some more. I can't do that. And I have nothing against those people who can market themselves and who can make a very comfortable living as a professional medium or a professional psychic, because it's not an easy job. It's just not one that I found was the right fit for me. And you know what? Honestly, pastoring, guiding, helping people in that way, that's the right fit for me. So that's why I'm here. Welcome to my soapbox on YouTube. So anyway, yeah, I'm Mark Dorset, ULC Reverend, medium, former pastor of a Christabel Spiritualist Church, which is affiliated with the NSAC, otherwise known as the National Spiritualist Association of Churches. And I wouldn't mind maybe someday going back to the NSAC, but right now that's not necessarily an organization I really fully am understanding their motives for things. But really, more than anything, I'm just here to help. And so at least once a week, probably more, I will be uploading a video that, honestly, from here on out, this one's going to be a little shorter, but a lot of my videos are probably going to be between 10 minutes and 15 minutes long. And they're going to be more of a sermon format, just so that you understand that. And so that you understand also that a lot of what I'm going to be coming at you with is content that is based in spiritualism. Because it's not just a religion, it's also a science and a philosophy. And it's one that I happen to really live my life by. And I find that it helps me literally every day. And now, for those of you who don't really know what spiritualism is, and I'm sure a lot of you out there don't know what spiritualism is, it's a religion, it's a science, it's a philosophy, it's all of those things wrapped into one. It's a way of living your life that can give you some guidance without necessarily having to always be referring to spirit, without always asking for help. That's one of the things that I want to make sure that people understand about spiritualism. Yes, a large part of spiritualism is the knowledge, the understanding that life and love go on beyond the death of the physical body. What do I mean by that? I mean, when we die, we move on. Our soul, our spirit, whatever you want to call it, go someplace else. Unless, of course, we make the choice to stay behind. And that's really what a ghost is, an earthbound spirit, somebody who's chosen not to move on for whatever reason. I also do a lot of haunting investigations, and I love talking to those people and helping them to move on. But anyway, a large part of spiritualism is, yes, it's communication with our loved ones in spirit, with our own higher guidance that we have, which is more than just our loved ones. So yes, we do believe that you can connect with and communicate with your loved ones in spirit. How many of you out there have ever had that experience where suddenly you just feel that presence around you and you just know that that person's with you? Or at just the right moment, the song will come over the radio right when you needed it, and you know that it came from someone you cared about. Or there's a million other things I can talk about. Dreams, where you have this wonderful, reassuring dream about someone that you care about. These are all visits. These are all ways that our loved ones come to visit us and to come to guide us. So that's one of the big parts of spiritualism. Yes, there's nothing dark about it. It's all about love. It's all about light. It's all about joy. It's all about healing. So next, we also have one of the other main components of spiritualism is the golden rule, for lack of a better way of putting it. Do unto others as you would have them do unto yourself. Be kind, do good, and others will do likewise. However you want to word it. Basically, be a good human. Do your best every day to be a good person. Why? Not because you are afraid of being condemned to hell, but because it's the right thing to do. And that's what spiritualism teaches, is that we are responsible for our lives. Like it or not everybody's ready to hear that statement, but we are the people who are responsible for where our lives go. We may not be able to always control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to what happens to us, if you understand what I mean. You may not be able to control the fact that somebody else plowed through an intersection and almost hit your car, but you can control, I see that car coming, and slow down ahead of time. And it's the same thing with other life issues. That's what we believe. We believe in personal responsibility over everything else. And we also believe in natural law. We believe that this universe has laws that govern it. Sound familiar? Sound kind of like the way science explains things? Well, that's spiritualism. It really is a common sense type of a religious philosophy. And I think that's something that more people need, is a more grounded, down-to-earth way of looking at life. And that's part of what I'm here to give. It's not necessarily commercial spiritualism in any way. I'm just giving you a heads up that this is how I believe. I believe that we have help that works with us. I believe that that help is available to us. I believe that we are ultimately responsible for our lives, whether you want to call it karma, the law of cause and effect, whatever term you want to use. And I believe that ultimately we should just try and be good people. Be kind, be good, be nice to each other. Not because you are afraid of any kind of eternal torment, but because it's the right thing to do. It's just, to me, that's common sense. You be nice to each other. And that's what spiritualism is. So why should you listen to me? And here's a big one. Because, I've already laid out some of my credentials. I'm a ULC Reverend, former pastor of a spiritualist church. I've been to Morris Pratt. I've done the work. I've done the schooling. I've done all the book learning. And I've gone through 50 rotations around this earth. I've had 50 rotations around the sun on this earth. How's that for a better way of wording it? I'm 50 years old. I've lived for 50 years of my life, and I have made a lot of mistakes. But you know what? I've learned from those mistakes. And by doing those things, and by learning from those things, and by following these principles, following these things that I talked about, where, be a good person, live your life, follow natural law, which I will talk about a lot more in an upcoming video. When you follow these laws, you can be someone who ultimately is happy. And that, my friend, is why you should be listening to me, because I'm happy. life is good. It may not be perfect, but I have what I need and I have what makes me happy. And I have the ability to control the things that will make me unhappy. And that's what I want to teach all of you, among many other things, about how this universe works. So do me a favor at this time, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I will have a link below if you like what you hear from me and you want to buy me a coffee. I would very much appreciate it. I'm a huge coffee drinker. So I look forward to talking to you, friend. Talking to you really soon. And oh, if you have any topics, anything that you want me to cover, that you have questions about, anything spiritual related especially, let me know in the comments, and I might be able to use that to talk to you about something in the future. So I look forward to talking to you, friend. You have a wonderful day filled with promise, opportunity, joy, and peace. Thanks. Till next time.